Well, hi everybody. I'm Bob Trezise, President and CEO of Lansing Economic Area Partnership, LEAP, which is our Ingham, Eaton, Clinton County Economic Development Organization. And you're listening and watching to another LEAP Weekly, where we talk about economic development activities and projects. And as usual, we have another great big week. I'm outside right at the moment. Like you, I'm enjoying a very strange first week of November, a good strangeness where it is very summer-like. Most of the leaves are down, but we're alongside the Grand River again, and it's a nice reminder. I had a terrific meeting in Diamondale, the village of Diamondale this week, as well as speaking to Holt Rotary Club yesterday. The river is our main street of the region. We all have main streets, downtown Grand Ledge and Lansing and Old Town and East Lansing and Williamston and Mason and everywhere else. But if you look at a river this way, it's our sort of global main street, if you will. It's what connects all of our communities, rural and urban alike, across our entire three-county region. Of course, it's one of the top river trails in the United States, and it's really a centerpiece, and of course, it's a beautiful day out here today. Plus, Michigan State basketball started, and we all know what that means. Another national championship coming our way at Michigan State University, so good luck to Tom Izzo and the whole crew. Let's get started. I want to say congratulations to the Michigan State University Board of Trustees and President Simon, as well as Randy Bell, who is the educator for the community food system, leader there. And Randy and LEAP and so many other partners have worked together over the last 18 months. Rex Lamore and John Melcher as well at Michigan State University. Everyone has worked together, putting together MSU's Food Product Center over on Jolly Road. And this is going to be a magnificent facility that is targeting sort of mid-range or mid-tier type of agricultural related businesses. In other words, someone who's up and running and is doing a good job, knows what they're doing, has already transferred a recipe into a product and is selling that product, but then they get the big contract offer from a Meijer, for instance. What do they do then? How do they access quickly the right facility, equipment, and assistance to make that business an accelerated business and growing right then and there? This is what that Food Product Center is going to be able to do, and it's going to attract people and business from around the state, maybe even from around the Midwest. I want to say in particular a huge thank you to the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. As usual, it's just very difficult to do our economic development activities without the MEDC and the state's economic development leadership, and they put together a $1 million grant through LEAP for this project, and I'm very pleased that LEAP and thus the MEDC were able to bring this important seed money to the table that activated the rest of the private funding, and now from Michigan State University. So congratulations to MSU. This is a huge step forward in our agricultural economic development and entrepreneurial economic development activity here in the Lansing region. Well, today was a great day because we did another project announcement, and congratulations to Scott Gillespie. Scott has announced today a magnificent 4-story mixed-use building on Michigan Avenue. It's right across the street from the Green Door and the Avenue, some other great businesses that are down in that section of Michigan Avenue. This is a continuation of LEAP's vision and work and everything else, incentives, putting together Michigan Avenue so it looks like Columbus and Madison, where we're connecting downtown Lansing, the capital, with downtown East Lansing and Michigan State University. We finally really have it together the last year or two, and LEAP is leading the way, of course, in that development of Michigan Avenue. There's so many other projects going on as well, but this is going to be a really magnificent building. It's going to really enhance what is already a terrific neighborhood setting. It's going to enhance the businesses that are already down there. It's going to be a grand connector of fun and business and people, really enhancing once again Michigan Avenue and connecting our Big Ten University with the capital of Lansing. Michigan Avenue is really hot and is finally truly becoming what it always should have been, which is the backbone of our entire region, a true global corridor, a one-of-a-kind corridor. None other exists like it in the state of Michigan. And thank you to Scott Gillespie and all he's doing today. This will be an incentive through our Brownfield program, and they're also working, as usual, with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and we're hopeful for incentive assistance from them as well. Congratulations, Scott Gillespie, and congratulations to Michigan Avenue. And thank you to Mayor Bonero for working on a project again, making it a go on Michigan Avenue. Placemaking, as you know, is an important part of our economic development initiatives here at LEAP. And oftentimes people say, well, how does that relate to economic development? And again, just as a reminder, 2 points. It helps shift a bit of a Rust Belt image that still exists about Michigan and maybe the Lansing area. So if we're going to be global, we have to shift that image towards something different, entrepreneurial, sophisticated, cosmopolitan, international, which we are. But we need some visual assistance. Placing artwork like we have, and LEAP has put 16 art sculptures now around our region the last 4 years. It employs artists, by the way, which is real economic development as well. Makes our communities and corridors, key intersections of business look better, and it helps shift that image. Secondly, it also develops a better image for our corporations as they are selling not only a job to somebody moving from London, Stockholm, Chicago, Michigan State University, to take a job here in our region at their business. This helps enhance our region and make an overall place argument in addition to the job why you as a person and your family should take the job and move your family here to the region. So we did a magnificent announcement this week up in St. John's, a really, really spectacular, beautiful piece. And last week we also did an unveiling of a spectacular piece in downtown Grand Ledge. So congratulations to both of them. I'm always thankful to Sarah Parkinson, who works in these projects from our standpoint. Thank you to our LEAP Placemaking Committee, chaired by Steve Kern and Julie Pinkston. And a huge thank you to PNC Foundation. PNC Foundation has been an awesome partner with LEAP. They're a major member of LEAP, and they enhance all of our economic development efforts. And specifically, they have awarded additional grant money both this year, 2015, and now, thank you, for 2016, to allow us to do 3 sculptures a year. And PNC Bank has really bought into why this is important for developing jobs and developing our communities. And a huge thank you to Tim Salisbury and the PNC Foundation. I want to let everybody know as well that LEAP is working with International Airport here in Lansing and the Lansing Chamber of Commerce and so many other partners, and continuing to push our federal regulators in selecting American Airlines for the slots that are available at Washington, D.C. to reconnect what was our regular daily flight from Lansing to Washington, D.C. We need it to be American Airlines. That's what makes sense. That's what we can expedite. And so we want to ask everyone to continue to support all of our community's efforts with American Airlines and with our international airport, and convincing our federal regulator friends to move forward and award those slots as soon as possible. Well, it's going to be a really fun weekend for numerous reasons. There's the Lansing Symphony this weekend. There's all kinds of plays at different theaters. You can see all of this, by the way. Don't forget each week to not only listen and watch to this video, but to scroll down for a minute. All the articles related to economic development and arts and culture in our entire region from the whole week are always listed for you as links right below the video clip. And it's a great way, if you're a business or an organization, to one-stop shop, catch up on all of the important tips and inside information and all the information that's going on with regard to economic development and arts and culture. And for instance, you'll see a number of clips referencing the East Lansing Film Festival, which is this weekend, which is a really prominent statewide, if not national, event held throughout downtown East Lansing and on campus at Michigan State University. You can go to elff.com for further information in visiting the East Lansing Film Festival. Congratulations to all the volunteers and the effort of the city and Michigan State University to put that together. It's a wonderful event. I want to also say congratulations to Delta Township. I wanted to mention that you can buy tickets to the Delta Community Awards reception, which will be November 12th from 5:30 to 8 o'clock at the Crown Plaza. I've gone many times. It's a first-class event, and congratulations for Delta Township as they acknowledge different community leaders and business leaders at that annual event. I hope you join us there. On a really great note, I want to say congratulations to Dr. Brent Knight, President of Lansing Community College, and to the Board of Trustees at Lansing Community College. There's 1,200 community colleges in the nation, and they were only one of 30 community colleges this week that landed a very significant grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This particular grant will help LCC assure in better ways that the career pathway connects directly and does a good job with a student to make sure that when they're in school that there'll be a job at the end so they can pay off their student loans, so that there's a more direct and understood connection with the student in that process. And this is going to be a very important grant, a very important initiative by Lansing Community College. And once again, we have the finest community college in the state of Michigan. We certainly are probably one of the best community colleges in the nation, actually. And so congratulations for this major achievement in getting this very important grant. I also want to say something about Sparrow today. It's a very complicated situation. It involves Medicaid, and it involves contracts awarded by the state of Michigan to insurance companies. And in this case, as you know, PHP is owned by Sparrow and has for 17 years has been working with 21,000 people throughout our 3-county area in helping them get their proper Medicaid treatment. And this is a very important program. It employs a lot of people. It gives a lot of people important assistance. And Sparrow is an absolutely, of course, a very first-class healthcare system for our region. And yet, unfortunately, they've been denied a new contract to support their 21,000 Medicaid patients. This really has, from our LEAP perspective, profound economic development ramifications. For one thing, PHP will have to lay off about 40 employees out of their 130 or so employees. In addition to that, it's an enormous revenue hit on PHP / the Sparrow Health System. And Sparrow, as you know, invests in facilities and services, families, all over our entire region. And so this is going to have impact on all of that. Of course, it means that 21,000 people are going to have to figure out and shift and do all the paperwork and everything else involved in trying to figure out what new insurance to go. This is not a criticism of the insurance companies, including McLaren, which is a wonderful, of course, health system as well, an insurance program. It's just that why would you, a great biker, why would you leave out a Sparrow Health System? I mean, the whole thing is based on regional prosperity. Why would we take our local money where it can have the greatest local impact? Why would we ship our local money, our local services to, frankly, insurance companies that are not in our region and in some cases not even in the state of Michigan? How does that enhance our regional prosperity? So it's a very important question that LEAP is working with Sparrow on, and it's one that I hope you pay attention to as well. Finally, on a real fun note, this is the 1-year anniversary of our infamous or famous, depending on your perspective, of our weekly LEAP video clip that you are watching. And I want to say thank you to Sarah Parkinson. We got a big award in the state of Michigan for putting this together. It's considered innovative. I don't know about that. You have to watch and listen to me every week, but I get enormous feedback every week. And I want to say thank you to everybody who opens it up every week. We have something like 40% of everyone that we send this to actually opens and watches it every week, which is a pretty remarkable achievement. And it's a lot of fun to do. It's a great way to present information. The feedback is always amazing. There's not a week that goes by where we don't have people speaking with us about the video news clip. And just on a fun note, this happens to be my 4th anniversary for being employed at LEAP. I want to say thank you to all of our members of LEAP and to everyone who's involved in LEAP and to my staff at LEAP. I am a product of all of their smartness and their financial support and everything else. I could not say thank you enough to our membership and to the staff that helped me be successful, and of course we help one another be successful. LEAP in our 4 years has become a giant, and not only for our region but frankly for the state of Michigan, and it's been a total joy. It's the best job I've ever had. I love it every day. I'm grateful for the privilege of serving everybody out there, our board members, our membership, and our staff, and helping the community. As I always say, economic development is about helping people. and it's just a privilege every day, and I'm thankful to everybody. What a great week. We'll see how it is next week weather-wise, but we'll talk to everybody then.